Hello, survivors! Welcome once again to Fallout 4. Fallout 4, the Let's Play series of my heavily modded survival mode game. Yeah, it's going to be a difficult process getting through this game, I think, with all of the survival mode problems that occur. Yeah, we're having a good old time. We've for those of you guys that have not watched the other episode, this is episode 2 of the series, and we were just getting ourselves started. We had just gotten through the first steps of things and had made it to Red Rocket and gotten our companion, our first companion, Dogmeat, who is right now he's just known as Dog, but he will eventually become known as Dogmeat. And yeah, so we were just getting started doing all of that good stuff and heading our way towards Concord, which is where we're where we'll get into a lot of really interesting stuff. But yeah, we'll get started here in just a moment. Give me 1 minute as I get everything situated here on my end. Sometimes live streaming can be a little bit difficult to get the gears rolling and turning. So just making sure everybody's getting tuned in and able to see the screens and all of that stuff. Should be good now. So anyways, yeah, welcome to Fallout 4. Hopefully you guys will have fun tonight. And it's going to be interesting, I think, some of the situations that we're going to be getting into. Fallout 4 was Game of the Year a couple of years ago when it first came out, and it's definitely worth the purchase, getting a hold of it. It's an amazing game. It's a lot of fun, and I think that everybody out there that is into role-playing games of any kind, I think you guys would probably really enjoy playing this for yourselves. So you'll notice that there's one thing that's different. I went through a couple of different things, just setting up a little bit of housekeeping here in Red Rocket area and in the little first steps that we're doing. But I wanted to verify that one of my mods was working correctly. One of the mods I have is the portable deployable turrets. And I went on ahead and made one just to make sure that it was loading up and everything was correct with it. It's a little bit of a finicky one to get working sometimes. So anyways, you come into the chemistry station. If you get that mod, you can come into the chemistry station, select the portable turret, and you can choose different types of turrets that you can deploy, and they basically get thrown out like grenades. Not sure what Dogmeat's getting into here. Hold on. Sounds like he's getting attacked by something. What's he getting attacked by? Mutant Hat. Decided to apparently wander up here on us. Poor Dogmeat. He should get back up here in just a second. One of the mods that I've got is normally in survival mode when you have your companions with you and one of them goes down after taking dramatic or traumatic damage, they will not automatically get up. You have to actually stim pack them to get up. And it's a bit of a pain in the ass to do because the companions can sometimes get into really stupid situations on their own, their own trouble, basically. And yeah, it's kind of more of a pain in the butt than it really needs to be. So I've got, with the mod that I have, the AFT, the Advanced Followers Tactics mod, I've got it set so that after a certain amount of time out of combat, if they were downed, they'll get back up again. So anyways, so what I did with the deployable turrets is you can set them as your grenade, and then you can toss them out. Just like that, just like you would a grenade. It will, you can aim it and throw it in different directions, sort of aim it to land in a certain spot where it will deploy itself and begin firing at any enemies that it sees in its range. I made a Gauss turret. You'll, I'm sure, see it firing because I'll make prodigious use of it. I love my little turrets here. Anyway, so I'll make prodigious use of it. You'll see it as it's firing and all of that kind of stuff. But one nice thing with the deployable turrets is that you can pick them back up again once they've been deployed. So as you can see, when I hit the E key on the turret here, it has the store option, the self-destruction option, the scrap option, or cancel. If you hit it to self-destruct, it will explode after 30 seconds and do a dramatic amount of damage to anything that is around in range. And if you choose to scrap it, you'll get back the parts that it took to make it. So there's a couple of other things with it that I'll talk about here for a second. If you, again, come into the chemistry set and go to the portable turret, you'll see that there are a lot of different turrets that are available. There's the Cryolator, the Broadsider, Fatman, so on and so forth. There are certain turrets that I highly recommend not using, especially if you're in survival mode, such as the Fatman. You don't want something randomly throwing nuclear weapons out, especially if they are firing at something that happens to be very close by. You're going to get caught in the nuclear blast and die very, very quickly. So not a good idea to do the Fatman turret. It is available, but it's not really usable except under maybe specific kind of circumstances where you're setting it up more as a sniper kind of nest and walking the hell away from it very far before the enemies come along. Another one I wouldn't use would be like the missile turret, basically for the same reasons. It's just too much of an explodey kind of thing within a small amount of space, and it can go very badly for you very quickly. There's also the Liberty Prime laser. Same deal. The Liberty Prime laser was in Fallout New Vegas, if I remember right. And the Liberty Prime... No, I think it was Fallout 3, actually. Anyways, Liberty Prime was this gigantic mech robot kind of thing that was just... It was ginormous. It was massive, and it had this massive weapon on it that did way too much damage. And so, yeah, it'll pretty much devastate the nearby area as well. Trying to remember, I don't think I have any way at this point in time to make ammo, which we might have some problems with here really, really soon. Let me go into the workshop. Let me see what it'll take to make the ammo component bench, the workbench, because I don't remember. Do I even have it? I should. Oh, maybe that mod's not working. Maybe it's under resources. Nope. Workstations? Come on, where is it? Really? Well, maybe that mod isn't working. I should, if I remember right, have a an ammo workbench that was added as one of the mods. And I thought it was under crafting. I mean, there's the reloading workbench, but I don't think that was it. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. All right, well, we'll move on and hope that we can find sources of ammo that we can use pretty quickly, because right now we have 12 bullets in the chamber, 16 bullets in the reserve. And our 38 has 21 shots that we can make use of. Luckily, we do have the turret, which will help out, I think, at least somewhat. Depending on what we run across anyway. Well, we'll head over to Concord. Got some blood bugs over here. Well, this will be a good chance, I think, to show you the turret. So there you go. You can throw it out, and as soon as it notices the enemies are nearby, it'll start blowing them away. I like the Gauss turret because it does a lot of damage, but it has kind of a really short range. Okay, so for those of you guys familiar with the game, but you don't have this particular mod, you're going to notice something different right up here. This is the APC. This is a fast travel vehicle that you can use in survival mode. Right now, fast travel is disabled. Okay, so you can open the hatch, or you can't open the hatch. Maybe there's a key inside or some instructions left by the previous owners. We're going to see if we can find a way to open it up here. That's the fuel storage. If I remember right, there's a button. Yes, the tailgate button right there. So this APC is really nice. It gives you a nice compacted spot to store stuff in a way that's not cheaty. It really isn't. It's not cheaty. There's a couple of little things that it's got in it right now. But anyways, it's a fast travel thing that actually costs ammo or fuel to work, and so you have to actually find a way to fuel it. Fusion cell bin, that's for the power armors. There's a stove so that you can cook. You can store your cooking supplies here. There's a note. I'll take it, but I don't really need it right now. Little mirror for storage and that kind of thing. So it's not really cheaty. I mean, it's just kind of a little storage area that you can make use of, but it's not really too major. So the scavenger right here is part of the APC mod. I'm going to see if I can shoot his head here. Not really. Taking out my dog meat. Come on. There we go. So you can see he has the APC key. I'll take his road leathers as well. That'll work. So, yeah, just kind of like one little guy there that you have to kill, and then you can actually make use of the APC. So the APC costs a certain amount of fuel to drive, and you can set it to go to different places like settlements. This is the first list of settlements. Right now, the only one that I have unlocked is Red Rocket and Sanctuary. And as more different settlements get unlocked, they will be added to the list of available places to travel. But you actually have to go there first. That's, again, kind of like a way to work it so that it's not really a cheat. Now, Concord is listed under cities. And once we get to Diamond City, that one will be open in there. And then for other... There's the Quincy Quarries, because again we've got that unlocked because of how close we got to it before. So yeah, not very, it's good, but it's not really overwhelming, not really an overwhelming thing for those of you guys that don't like to feel like you're cheating the game or anything like that. It's definitely nice. definitely nice. For those of you guys just joining in, we are playing Fallout 4. This is a heavily modified survival mode game. So we're on our first major steps. We're heading over to Concord right now. So again, we'll come back to the APC later on. We will make use of it later on. But right now, there's not really much that we can do with it. We don't have anything unlocked or anything like that. But we do have the item now actually open and usable. So got some feral ghouls on us here. Really careful of my ammo. That's why I'm really grateful for those turrets there. I picked up a couple of little pieces of ammo, but not really enough to really get us by here. We've got a lot of really major stuff coming up, so. We will probably be in trouble. I have Beantown Interiors installed, which adds some things as far as the housing is concerned. Like some of the houses would get I just hit dog meat with my aw, poor dog meat. You're okay, buddy. You're okay. There we go. Hate dealing with those feral ghouls. They are a pain in the butt, especially with a 10mm pistol. Anyways, the Beantown Interiors, it adds some points of interest to some of these. So like this, the Forgotten Home, is one that's not in the original vanilla game, but it is here because of the mod. So I'll go ahead and go in here and see if there's anything around that I can scrounge or loot or make use of. There might. I don't know. I've never actually gone into this one before. A couple of goodies we can use as scrap later on. I am a scrounger. I try to pick up everything that I can. Oops, sorry about the noise there. I try to pick up everything that I can. Not always easy when you're playing in this. Yes, I am a hoarder, according to my daughter. Crystal's currently playing My Lovely Daughter. Crystal's playing the game My Lovely Daughter. We just got it for her today. It's an interesting game for those that haven't checked it out. I plan on playing a Let's Play of it here pretty soon, I think. I might do it tomorrow even. I don't know for sure. But anyways, the game is pretty twisted. It's definitely a twisted little game. But yeah, she's currently been messing around with that. Basically, the way that the game kind of refers to itself is it's Full Metal Alchemist Daddy Edition. I know that seems a little strange to say, but it is what it is. So the one thing about these little Beantown interior houses and that kind of thing, there's not a whole lot in them. There's a couple of little things that you can find, but mostly it's there to, you know, just kind of explore and have an extra something to do. Sometimes you'll find little hidden stuff here and there. But they're, again, pretty good about not being real cheaty with it. Take as many of these cans and stuff we can get. The aluminum and the steel will be very useful later. Alrighty, so where was the door? Oh yeah, it was over here. Okay, so onward to Concord proper. Oh, did not mean to shoot. I do sneak around a lot too, just because it's fun to do. I usually put my perks into making my sneaking better, because I like being a sneaky bastard. And sometimes in this game, especially with the mods that I've got installed and being in survival mode, it's not really the smartest of ideas to go running headlong into everything. So kind of being a sneak and taking your time with things can be advantageous. It looks like some of these raiders have been wiped out. Not sure what did it, but alrighty. Picking up a little bit of armor and stuff like that here. Let me go into my inventory here and go ahead and equip some of this armor I've been picking up. Okay, so road leathers, those will be an improvement over the Vault 11 jumpsuit or 111 jumpsuit that I have. And then we'll put on these leather pads and the Raider chest piece. So right now our armor is 8 points. 8 points of armor for regular physical damage, and then 7 points for our electrical resist. What is that buzzing noise? Do we have blood bugs or something around? Is that what killed all these raiders? Because these guys have definitely been wiped. That's really weird. I don't know what did it to them.
Hey, up here, on the balcony. I've got a group of settlers inside. The raiders are almost through the door. Grab that laser musket and help us, please!
Okay, so we've got our first steps from Mr. Preston Garvey. We'll go ahead and start tearing that up. So we have to pick up the musket there as part of the mission. I don't really like using the muskets. I know some people out there are big fans of the muskets, but personally I'm not really into them very much. Not my style. There we go. So now I've got 11 resist as well as 15 for the electrical resist. It's not disrespectable at this point in time in the game. Alrighty, so onward into the Museum of Freedom.
Time's up, asshole!
Looked like one was hiding right behind there, but I guess not. There's usually a couple more of them up in here. It does show us as in danger mode right now, so somebody's detecting us, or is at least
No more British
nearby.
occupation.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Ah! No, my arm's been crippled. What?
No more British occupation.
Dogmeat's got him down. There we go. I really want to get my longer rifles. Let's see, is that one better? It's better for electric, but I'm not too worried about that one right now. Might have to switch over to the 38s because right now I've got, 20 ammo total for the 10mm right now. That's not good. I'm going to drop those. Don't really need them. I got the automatic version of the 38. That wouldn't be too bad. Yeah, we'll set it up there. That's fine. Okay, that'll work. I got a cripple going on too, on my arm. I hate to use a stim pack already, but
You lobster back knaves. Have your teeth at you. Chicken apes.
Chicken apes.
Without representation.
No taxation
Let's
without
send these creeps
representation.
back to London, boys. Remember, lads, you with my team. Right to Lexington. One Hancock and Adam. The King's regulars are coming out.
Well, that was a revolving rifle. Ooh, 37 ammo. That would be nice. Let me see here. Is that any kind of decent compared to what I've got? Oh, yeah. Okay, that'll work. I'll put that as my 10mm then. Yeah, that'll work. Not very much as far as the ammo capacity goes, but it'll work. It'll do. That'll do, donkey. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do this terminal right now because I know we're going to have to basically come back and get it in a bit anyways. So here's the hacking terminals for those that haven't played the game before yourself. The game has these hacking terminals all over the place. They're usually guarding like doors or that kind of thing. A lot of times they can be also used for information and that sort of thing. It's basically just anything that's locking a computer is done here. So to do the hacking, you have 4 chances basically to get this right. You have to find the code word that is the protected basically password to get into the terminal. So it's a matter of clicking on one of the words to start, and over here it tells you this entry was denied. Likeness 0, which means that none of these letters are in any of the correct places for this particular word. So if I look at like other words here, the S, we know that the S in that 4th position is not correct. So we know this word can't be it because midst has that S right there, and it said that no letters were correct. So 1 letter was correct with that, which could mean that it was the S there. Yep, got it. So we're going to unlock the security gate now that we've hacked into that terminal. And now we can open it, and we can grab this fusion coil, or fusion core, which we were going to need later once we get upstairs and talk to the people up there. They would have us come back down here and grab that. Anyways, so I figured, well, while we're right here, may as well grab it. All right, so let's see. What else do we have around? Some plantable corn. That'll be useful later on once we get into the settlements. Start planting some food. Need to get a farm.
I'm telling you, man, let's just get the hell out of here. We got no reason to hang around and get shot.
Stop being such a fucking pansy. We hold out for the others, like we're supposed to.
What are you, deaf? Somebody's out there shooting the place up. I ain't sitting around waiting to die.
I swear to God, you make a move for that exit, and I'll gut you myself. Now shut your mouth, or we'll never get the drop on this guy.
I think they're a little late. All right, so we know they're around the corner here somewheres. Right there they are.
Gonna fucking pay for that!
Something happened to my bullet time hotkey. Went too far. Yeah. Okay, where's it? Where's it at then? It should be here on number 4. I was hitting it. There it goes. That's weird. Kind of bizarre, but okay. So he went somewhere. Where did he go? Where'd he go? That's kind of weird. Oh, there he is.
Time's up!
There we go. And we leveled up. He had 2 lighters on him. That's pretty funny. So, okay, I guess we can go ahead and do our level ups here. We got 2 perk points that we can spend in whatever we want, whatever we think is going to be the most handy at the moment. Let's see. It's going to be kind of a decision process here because there's a lot of stuff that we need to do really early in the game to get things going. One thing I will say as well is that my perk chart is going to look different from your perk chart probably if you're playing the game yourself and you're playing it in vanilla or kind of have basic mods and that kind of thing installed. But one of the mods that I have, it changes the perk points around a little bit, and it does some other things with them. So, yeah. So let's see. Bullet hell. Okay, so bullet hell lets you put different calibers on your gun, and also because of this mod that I've got, it will unlock tracer ammo, and then if I unlock more, it's going to unlock hollow points and jacketed, I think, let me see here, no, armor piercing. Let's see. I know I should buff my luck up a little bit here soon so that I can get the Scrounger and the Scrapper. Because Scrapper's nice as well. Well, I could get Scrapper right now. Oh boy. To think. Well, you know what? Actually, I need level 5 before I can get the first one in that. My cat is playing in a bag behind me, and it's really loud. Okay, I'm going to do locksmith. And I'm gonna save the other points for now. Because I'm gonna want to do things with other ones that I need to raise a couple of levels before I can get a hold of, so I'll just do it that way. Alright, so we need to round the corner over here.
I'm coming in there, and I'm gonna skin every last one of you!
Come on, man. They ain't going nowhere. We got other shit to deal with.
You hear that? I gotta go take a little walk, but I'll be back, and you'll be dead. You. Show your face! Come on! I dare you!
Come on.
My cat is really making a lot of noise back here. Good Lord. He was eating the bag. So I'm coming over here to loot a few things here real quick.
In here.
While my Preston Garvey back there is hollering, "Come on over here, come on. We're over here." Yes, I know you're over there. I see you. I hear you. I know you're there. Okay, so this is going to be this mod right here. This is the reason why I wanted to come over into this area. There is another mod that I've got, which is the settlement mod. Basically, it's one that adds to the settlement system in some very interesting ways. It's the yeah. It's yeah. I'll explain it here in just a second. Didn't mean to do that. So okay, I'm going to go through here and loot these sensors. So this this mod that I've got, it adds a lot of really interesting things to the settlement system. If you are into making settlements, which I am, I like to do the settlement system. It's a lot of fun. I like the way that they did it. But if you get into doing the settlement system and you're really serious about it, I highly recommend getting this mod in particular, mainly because it makes things a little bit easier overall with the settlement system. It allows you to set up sort of automated shops, automated farms, automated crafting material benches and that kind of thing into the game. And it sort of handles it all on its own. It's sort of like because the game the mod is called Sim Settlements, and it's very reminiscent of, you know, playing Sim City or The Sims or something like that. You know, I'll definitely be showing you a lot with that later on as we get into the settlements, which we will be here pretty soon. So we're finding some nice stuff, that's for sure. Whether or not it's really stuff that we can make use of right now, well, that's a different story. Alrighty, so we'll go ahead and come on over here and talk to these guys.
Man, I don't know who you are, but your timing's impeccable. Preston Garvey, Commonwealth Minutemen.
Nah, that ain't it.
Minutemen? So now I'm traveling backward in time?
Protect the people at a minute's notice. That was the idea. So I joined up, wanted to make a difference.
Damn it.
And I did, but things fell apart. Now it looks like I'm the last Minuteman left standing.
Maybe?
The world's changed so much. None of this makes sense.
You all right? Listen, we need your help. And then maybe we can help you, huh? What brought you out here?
My son Sean's been kidnapped. He's not even a year old.
That's messed up. I'm sorry. I know how this world can be. A month ago, there were 20 of us. Yesterday, there were 8. Now we're 5. First, it was the Ghouls in Lexington, and now this mess.
Ghouls? What are ghouls?
Wow. You really aren't from around here, are you? Ghouls are irradiated people. Most are just like you and me. They look pretty messed up and live for a long time, but they're still just people. The ones I'm talking about are different. The radiations rotted their brains, made them feral. They'll rip you apart just as soon as look at you.
Damn it.
Anyway, we figured Concord would be a safe place to settle. Those raiders proved us wrong. But, well, we do have one idea.
I like how the guy behind us is just like sitting there cussing the whole time that the conversation's going on.
One good idea can make all the difference.
Sturgis, tell him.
There's a crashed vertibird up on the roof. Old school. Pre-war. You might have seen it. Well, looks like one of its passengers left behind a seriously sweet goodie. We're talking a full suit of cherry T-45 power armor. Military issue.
I like it.
Yeah, I thought you might. Protection with an added bonus. Get the suit. You can rip the minigun right off the vertibird. Do that, and those raiders get an express ticket to hell. You dig?
Minigun. Now we're talking.
I know, right? Only there's one hitch. The suit's out of juice. Probably been dry for 100 years. It can be powered up again. But we're a bit stuck.
I'll help if I can.
What you'll need is an old pre-war FC, a standardized fusion core, your high-grade, long-term nuclear battery used by the military and some companies way back when. And we know right where to find one.
But we can't get to the damn thing. It's down in the basement, locked behind a security gate. Look, I fix stuff. I tinker. Bypassing security ain't exactly my forte. You could give it a shot.
Actually, I already grabbed the fusion core. We're set.
Well, all right. Maybe our luck's finally turning around. Once you jack the core into the power armor and grab that minigun, those raiders will know they picked the wrong fight. Good luck.
So now you know why I went on ahead and grabbed the fusion core. Gonna talk to Mama Murphy here. Right now you guys can see that the dog is currently
Careful,
named
kid.
Dog.
There's something coming. And it's angry.
You don't need to talk about my ex-wife like that, Mama Murphy. I'm sorry.
Ma'am.
Dog meat sure did find us some help. Just look at ya.
He's a good dog.
Smart, too.
Oh, indeed. Dogmate's good at finding folks who need him, and he'll stick by you now. I saw it.
Please, tell me what you know.
Just listen to me, acting a crazy old lady. It's the chems, you see. They give old Mama Murphy the sight. Been that way since I was a girl.
That's incredible.
I can see a bit of what was and what will be, and even what is right now. And right now, I can see there's something coming, drawn by the noise and the chaos. And it is angry.
What is it? Mama Murphy, I need more, please.
I see. I see. Oh. It's horrible, kid. Claws and teeth and horns. The very face of death itself. That's all I can manage. That's all. I need to rest now. And you have a job to do.
I do indeed. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and move ourselves forward. Just making sure I'm not missing anything. Oh, by the way, you guys will notice now the dog is named Dog Meat. He's gotten his proper little name. Onward. Loading screen of doom. Awesome power armor is awesome. Alrighty, so shove the fusion core in. Get ourselves into it. Oh yeah. I'm not a big power armor user. It's not bad. I liked the way they did the power armor in previous games better than the way that I like in this game. Yeah, okay, the minigun's already equipped. That's
Up
right.
here. Boss, we got somebody up here.
Alrighty.
Why don't you get down here? Let you and my boys have a little talk. Still waiting, asshole. Get some, motherfucker. Still waiting, asshole.
I tried hitting the stim pack in time. Darn it. It's one thing about survival mode. Fire will definitely bring you down quick. As you can see, even in power armor, I went down pretty rapidly. It happens. I do rather suck with miniguns, I know. It's not really my style. It's kind of more of a pain in the butt to me than anything. But it's part of the quest. You got to do it all with the minigun. Come on, loading screen of doom. There we go. Let's try again, shall we? Once more with feeling. It didn't pop the power armor or the power core in. There we go. Now we got it. Now can we do it, please? Thank you.
Up here. Boss! We got somebody up here!
Why don't you get down here? Let you and my boys have a little talk.
Come on, I've got places to be!
Let's pickle up.
I got something over here. Now you're mine.
And unfortunately, my power armor is now basically out of the fusion core, which is why it's beeping at me here. Which means I'm walking really, really, really slowly from here. Which is a royal pain in the butt. But not bad of it. Ooh, boy, my health is definitely low. He done tore me up. That'll help bring things up a little bit anyway.
Hey, over here. Hey.
Gonna dump some of my stuff here onto dog meat so I can get it out of my inventory. I'm quite a bit overweight right now, so I'm walking real slow and yeah. Don't need any of that, so now we can be down at least a little bit from our weight. Give me one brief moment. I just need to pause for a second here. Sorry, folks. Okay, sorry about that. I do apologize. All right, so now we're not quite so overweight. We can grab some of this stuff that was dropped. And yeah, I know I still have somebody that's left that needs to be killed off. Didn't really need to do this minigun either here. Dog mate, come here.
Hey, move here. Hey.
Come on.
Get rid of the musty minigun. Thank you.
Nice and quick. You can trust me.
For some reason, it removed that from my favorites. Weird.
Only a fucking coward hides. Asshole, just give up.
Oh, jeez. The damn truck blew up. And I was too close to it. I didn't even know I was going to be too close to it. Shit. Oh, that's funny. Now, hopefully it'll be after the duel with the Death Claw here. Hopefully. I'd start that damn thing all over again. Alright, well, the Death Claw is dead anyway. Come here, Death Meat. Or, dog.
Hey, over here. Hey.
Where? Hey. There we go. What the heck? Why didn't it, did it? Oh yeah, I guess it did.
Disappearing act. Huh?
That time the truck is not going to go all explodey. Okay, so now we got to go back and talk to the group back here. To the museum! Away!
Take it easy, Mama. You okay?
I'm fine, Preston. Quit fussing.
That was a pretty amazing display. I'm just glad you were on our side.
The feeling's mutual, Preston.
You can never have too many friends. Not in the Commonwealth. Listen, when we first met, you asked about the Minutemen. One thing you should know about us, we help out our friends. So here, for everything you've done, thank you.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Well, since you say that, maybe you'll come to Sanctuary with us. We could use your help getting settled there.
What would I need to do?
You'd need to stay strong like you've been. 'Cause there's more to your destiny. I've seen it. And I know your pain.
Please, tell me.
I need to know.
You're a man out of time, out of hope. But all's not lost. I can feel your son's energy. He's alive.
I knew it. Please tell me where he is. I need to find my son.
I can't see him. Not clearly. But I feel his life force. He's out there. And even I don't need the sight to tell you where you should start looking. The great green jewel of the Commonwealth. Diamond City. The biggest settlement around.
Please, Mama Murphy. I'm working from nothing. I need more.
Look, kid. I'm tired now. Maybe you'll bring me some chems later. The sight will paint a clearer picture.
No. Mama Murphy, we talked about this. That junk. It's gonna kill you.
Ah, shush, Preston. We're all gonna die eventually. We're gonna need the sight. And our new friend here, he's gonna need it too. Now let's get going. Sanctuary awaits.
All right, folks. Thanks to our friend here, it's safe to move out. We're heading for that place Mama Murphy knows about. Sanctuary. It's not far.
She knows about it? You mean she had one of her visions while she was stoned out of her gourd? And now you want us to just head out on another wild goose chase based on no better plan than Mama Murphy saw it?
It can hardly turn out any worse than...
Everybody just take it easy. We're all in this together, right? So Marcy, you got a better idea of what we should do next? Anybody? Well then, Sanctuary it is. Let's just hope it lives up to its name.
Come on, June, it's time to go.
Oh, okay.
To the sanctuary! Away! I'll save you! Or something like that. I would like to take my power armor and leave it over there in Sanctuary, but I don't really feel like listening to the damn thing beep the whole way there, so I'm going to skip that for now, and we'll just come back for it later.
We're right behind you, boss.
Excuse me.
Sounds like you better get going to Diamond City.
I suppose I'd better, but I'm waiting for y'all to come on, start walking. Thank you. Thank you. So now basically I just need to make sure they safely make it there over to Sanctuary and go from there.
Hey.
Dog meat walked right in the way of the guy that I was just hitting the button to loot. Darn you, dog meat. Come on, boys and girls, let's walk. Taking their sweet ass time. Do we really need to stare at the burned out husk of a car? Come on, walk. Red Rocket! Red Rocket! Anybody that's seen that South Park episode will know what I was referring to there. Some more houses that were added by that Beantown Interiors. Which we will come back and check out later on. While waiting for them to approach, I guess I can look around here.
Boil on the ass end of the Commonwealth.
Where are we going, Marcy?
Don't worry, June. Just stay with me. It'll be fine.
Okay.
Ah, June and Marcy Long. Such a pain in my butt. Petulant, whiny bastards. Come on, y'all. Am I impatient? Nope. Just wish they'd hurry their asses up.
I think I just found my new vacation home.
Your idea of heaven, eh, Sturgis? Could be some good salvage in there. Let's get to Sanctuary first, though. I think we're close.
Let's run up here and wait for him. Since I know that's where they're going. So indeed, this is Fallout 4. This is a heavily modified version of it in survival mode. It's a lot of fun doing it in survival mode. I don't necessarily like the survival mode that they did with Fallout 4 overall. I think they could have done it a little bit better. I liked the kind of survival mode that they did with Fallout New Vegas a little bit better. Preferred it that way, but it's not bad.
Well,
you know, it's not bad.
It's the monument to the original Minutemen. I knew that was somewhere around Concord. That means this right here must be the Old North Bridge, where the first shots of the American Revolution were fired. I'd call that the best omen I've seen since we left Quincy. A good reminder of what we're fighting for. I'm glad you decided to come with us. I should have listened to Mama Murphy all along. Pretty nice place she's found for us. I think we could settle down here. Make it a place to call home. What do you think?
Yeah. I used to like living here. Before the war.
What do you mean? Before what war? Are you saying...
I lived here over 200 years ago. I was frozen or something for most of it. Just woke up a little while ago.
Damn. Like one of those old pre-war ghouls. You say you were frozen. Anybody else make it out with you?
My son. Somebody took him away while I was still trapped. I've been looking for him.
Damn. I'm sorry. I hope you find him. Let me know if there's any way I can help. Anyway, I am glad you're here.
Epic stare down.
And I hope you don't mind, but I've got another favor to ask. I've had word from a settlement asking for help. There's still hope in there are Minutemen out there somewhere. The only chance to start rebuilding the Minutemen is to show people that they can count on us when they need us. Trouble is, I've got my hands full here. Do you think you could go help out the settlement?
I'd be glad to help.
That's fantastic. The Minutemen could use more people like you. By the way, if you want to help out around here at all, talk to Sturgis. I'm sure he'd be glad for all the help he can get.
Okay, so we've got our first steps into Sanctuary being our biggest settlement anyways. Ten Pine Bluffs is where he wants to send us to next, and that is going to be the next settlement, basically, that we can get into doing. But first, we'll want to work on Sanctuary, basically. So, with Sanctuary, there are a crap ton of things around here that can be looted, scrapped, so on and so forth. For those of you guys that maybe missed the previous episode that I did, I was talking about one of the mods that I have installed here for the survival mode that I'm playing. The mod is a really nice one. It's one that is specifically geared for the companions, and since I've got Dogmeat with me here as a companion, I'm going to go ahead and make use of him for this. This is the Advanced Follower Tactics mod, and what you do basically, you aim the item that comes with that mod at one of your companions, or if you aim it just in general, you can select from there as well. But under the tools in this little mod menu that you get with it, there's the settlement option. And within the settlement option, there's a few other things that you can do. You can clear the settlement, which we're going to do here in a moment. And you can also load prefabs of the different settlements. And I'll talk about that here in just a moment. So I'm going to set this right now to clear the settlements. And I'm going to make it so that it skips workbenches and skips shops, but it's going to take everything else that is considered to be any of these items within its list down. So when I hit clear settlement here, the companion is going to start scrapping the city really quickly, and it will add all of the scrap items into the workbench for me. This is really nice if you're one that just likes to clear out a settlement and go from there. But as you'll be able to see here in just a moment, you're going to start seeing the items disappearing away. See, the mailbox disappeared. Some of the big house over there did. Those just disappeared. But you see it's leaving the workbenches and that kind of thing intact. So it's a really nice one if you're one that likes to mess with the settlements and you like to start off with a clean slate of settlement crap laying around and not have to scrap everything all over the place one button at a time. It's a very nice little addition. Makes it a little less pain in the ass, basically. Quality of life thing. So I'm just waiting until it completes the scrapping and it gives me the message. It'll tell you how much it scrapped once it gets there. Since this one's a big one, big place, it's taken its time to do it. I like working with Sanctuary. It is a nice big place to work with. There we go. So it cleared out 10,000 pieces of scrap. That's a lot of clicking. And as you'll see here in just a moment, it went on ahead and added all of it into the workbench. And so it's now all available to be used right here. Gonna store all the junk. So we've got a nice amount, a nice starter amount of things that we can use to work with, so that we can start building up a little bit of a sanctuary city here. Okay, so I'm going to set up a couple of things here just real quick to help me out. The settlers will need all of their goodies here in a little bit, but I'm just going to set up a couple of storage units for myself here. Do I want the fancy bureau? I don't need nothing fancy. That's fancy. I guess I'll just put a little dresser in here somewhere. That'll work. Just a temporary thing to store my weapons and that kind of stuff that I want to sell later. Come here, dog mate.
Hey.
Sit still. Sit still.
Move here.
There we go. And I know I'm going to walk slowly back there, but that's okay. So, by the way, for those that, again, didn't tune in last time, the settler here, June, he is highlighted in that way because of a mod that I have that highlights unassigned settlers that are in your settlement at that moment in time. Makes it nice to just real quickly get an overview of who currently has a job and who doesn't. And our cat's going crazy again. But that's sort of his thing. So I'm just cutting myself down to the bare essentials of weaponry to carry around. Okay, so this one is not any better as far as defense goes. Only for the electrical defense. That one's better. How am I carrying around the T-45 items? We'll just drop these into here, and I'll just be selling them later on, basically. I forgot I can put the little bandana on.
I know what you're gonna ask me, June. I've seen it. And there's nothing I can do for you.
But you have the sight. It has
Heads
to
up.
be able to...
Here.
You can't talk to the dead, kid. Even the sight has limits.
Heads
I'm
up.
Sorry.
There, he's got a cute little red bandana on now. For those that have never played Fallout 4 before, it is definitely a fun game. I like it a lot. I've only got about 300 hours played in it. Actually, I'm probably more than that. I've done a lot of it in offline mode as well. So
Hey, Sturgis.
probably more closer to 500 hours.
You willing to do some work?
I'd be glad to help. Just tell me what you need.
Well, for starters, we could use some real beds. We've been sleeping on the ground for too long. Just make sure we can sleep with a roof over our heads. Some of these old houses still look solid enough to do the trick. There's a workbench over there you can use. Give me a holler if you need anything.
So I'm just going to run through this little mission here real fast just to get things set up. Just make some simple beds for right now. I don't even really have much springs, do I? Yeah. Damn it. Could just give him a bunch of sleeping bags for right now. Kind of limited on the amount of springs that I have at the moment as far as building stuff goes. Which sucks. Okay, I'm just going to do some sleeping bags for right now. They can deal with it. It'll count as a bed. They've been used to living in survival mode anyways. They can deal with a sleeping bag. You know what? Actually, shoot, I didn't even think about this. Give me 1 second, folks. Let me re-scrap these. You'll see the method of my madness in just a moment. Oddly, it didn't scrap anything in here. That's kind of weird. I wonder why. Oh, I bet... yeah, I bet you it's because this is the original home. I need to grab the year special book here. I'm going to add to my strength. That's what I need the most right now.
I'm coming, buddy.
Poor Sean. Junket! Yeah, I think the companion thing, it doesn't scrap the original house. Like at the beginning of the game, this was your house. And I think it's protected from doing this particular house. I don't know why, but I forgot about it. There we go. That a little bit anyway. Can't scrap the toilet. I want to scrap the toilet. If anything else, it'll add a couple of springs. Okay, so I totally forgot that what I can do is the Sim Settlement stuff, and that would count for a bed. Let me go into my inventory here real fast. I need to change some of the settings as far as the Sim Settlements thing is concerned. Let me see, which one is it? I think it's under this. Yeah, okay, there we go. There we go. Just setting up the configuration for the Sim Settlement stuff now that we've got the holotape for it and stuff. I am going to change a couple of things in here, though. Just give me 1 second here, folks, while I get this arranged. Okay, that should be good. Okay, so with the Sim Settlements, basically what you do is under the settlement build menu right here, you're going to see under the special area, you're going to see different new groups of things. So here we go. So this is the first set of them. The residential plots, you can either build them out of regular, just wood, or you can build them also with concrete and other ingredients. Each one of the plots, no matter what it is going to require you to use one of your ASAM or ASOM or whatever it is sensors to make it happen. So you have a certain amount of them that you picked up originally when you find the sensors and open up this particular mod. It started me off with 160 of the sensors. Sounds like a lot, but in reality, once you start really making use of the sim settlements thing, it'll probably last you through about 2 or 3 settlements, and then you need to make more. Now, luckily, to make more, it's pretty simple. It doesn't really cost much of anything. So, okay. So what I'm going to do also, so there's residential and there's the different residential plots for it. So there's this one, which just basically lays flat to the ground. There's this one, which is made out of concrete, and you can kind of lift it up and shape it into the way that you want it to look. And then there's another version of that same idea made out of wooden platform. Then there is also the agricultural plot, which we'll put some of those down as well here pretty soon. This acts just the same way as putting down, like planting the food crops for your settlers to work with. However, this doesn't require seeds to work, so you don't have to have like the original first seed for it to be planted to sow it. But it does require a settler to work on it, and at first you get less food from the agricultural plots than you do as if you were planting the crops yourself. However, as this building upgrades, it gets more and more, and eventually it will overpower just simply planting them into the ground. There are also commercial plots. These are actual stores. Vendors that you can do, and there are 6 different types of vendors. There is the weapon vendor, the junk vendor, medical, a bar, armor, and one other that I'm missing. I don't remember which one I'm missing. But anyways, there's 6 different ones total. And each time that you lay down one of the commercial plots, it will create a different one of those at random. So it will cycle through all 6 before it recycles back to the originals, which means that you won't see a duplicate until all 6 have been planted. Again, just like the residential version, there are different styles that you can do. And then these are the industrial plots. These will allow settlers to come in and create junk items, basically, is what it comes down to. And there are different types of those as well. There are also advanced industrial plots, which open up later on. The martial plot acts as a defensive item. So just like, the defensive turrets and the guard posts, that's how this works, but it gives more defense, and it actually, I think, works better than any of the guard posts that you can get in the vanilla game. And there are a couple of different versions of that. And then there is also the recreational plot, which basically it adds a lot of happiness to the settlement overall, if you plant that. Each one of these requires a settler to work. So if you have 5 settlers available and you have 5 agricultural plots, then all 5 settlers will work on the agricultural plots, and they will not work on any shops that you were to place later on. All right, so I am going to go ahead and start off by planting down some of these residential plots because the settlers right now are wanting beds for that mission that Sturgis gave. So I'm going to go ahead and do these in a couple of different spots. These will count as beds. Each one of these homes has a bed in it. So each one of them is considered to be a bed slot. Now, as your settlement grows, you're going to need a lot more of these because, again, you know, each settler in your place is going to require their own bedding. Why does not want to place there? I don't want to go over that way. It does have sort of an auto place, auto snap thing with it, but it kind of works a little janky sometimes. You just got to kind of go with it as you can. There we go. That'll work. That'll be good enough for now. So I'm just putting down these residential plots, and right now you're going to see how they've got the scaffolding and everything here. Right now that means a settler is currently building their home here, and you can kind of hear them going to work and stuff. Now, each one of these, as you can see, has a power pole with them. Each housing unit, everything basically other than the agricultural and the residential plots needs power supplied to them. So I'm going to go ahead and just start setting up my power distribution network here. So let's see. We need generator, but we've only got 5 gears total that's available, and we're gonna need a lot. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this one down here for right now, just to get us started. And we can run the power up to the poles and back and forth on it. Now, as settlers come into your city, they will start getting assigned to any of these residential plots that you have created. Now, did I get them all? I'm trying to make sure. I think I did. Yeah. So as the settlers start coming into the city, they will be assigned automatically to these different residential plots. And once they've been assigned to a residential plot, they will then be able to work in the shops or in the industrial plot zone. So I'm just going to wait around now until these beds and homes get built. Right now they've finished off 3 of them. One of them? One of them. Which is, yeah, this one. This one right here has been completed. So we can walk into it and we can see he's got a nice bed. He's got himself a nice little dining setup there with a refrigerator. These houses will upgrade over time as well, as the settler is more and more happy with things, as he's satisfied with his job and so on and so forth. He will actually upgrade his house and turn it into something new. And if you look really closely at the different houses and stuff that have been set up, you'll be able to see that they actually all have their own little stories to tell. It's pretty interesting, actually. So this guy here, he's got his nice little journal that he's writing in, and nice little shack. Yeah, happy little shack. He's got himself some beer to be happy with, and a little mattress that he sleeps on. And you can make use of the mattresses here too, just like you can with any other bed that goes down in your settlement, really. So yeah, pretty cool. So how many have they completed so far? Just the 2? Yeah, just the 2 so far. It's a little bit of a slower process, than just laying down a bunch of beds. But overall, you'll find that it works a lot better. So I've got right now a settler selected, and if I hover over here, you'll notice that there's no settler that's been assigned to this home. So I can actually go ahead and assign him to this home, and a citizen started building it. So now he's coming over here and he's making use of it, and you can see the settler has now been assigned, and you can see the scaffolding going up, and he's working on it. So these two basically got assigned because the other two, there were two people, two of the people that came here to Sanctuary with us hadn't been assigned to anything automatically yet, so it went on ahead and assigned them to those houses. So yeah. Let me see who else needs it. Yeah. This is one of them that has it. Yeah, he doesn't have any yet, so we'll go ahead and bring him around. Yeah, we'll have him go right there. That'll work. So sometimes there's a little bit of hand-holding with the sim system, but overall, it's pretty well automated, and you can be as hands-off of it as you want to be, depending on the way that you've got the settings set. So let's see what he made here. That's a nice little place. He uses that boat as a roof. Got a little cooking area there going on. Yeah, not a bad little place for being an under the boat kind of a thing. I like seeing what they come up with. Like I said, it's kind of like different each time. It's sometimes fun to see what they do with it. Looks like he's still working on this one. He should be almost done with it. So I'm not sure. Let me see how many we've got completed now. Three? Okay, yeah, you're finishing that up. Yeah, okay, so he just finished it. It just gave the little notification there. So he just finished building it. Pretty cool. Pretty cool little home there, Sturgis. So I'm not sure who's not been assigned yet. Oop, wrong one. Not sure who's not been assigned yet, but we can get it figured out.
Let's trade.
Do we have enough yet? Nope. Apparently not.
Welcome to Nowheresville. Population? This sorry group.
Okay, and I am going to go ahead with the gears that I have. I am going to go ahead and make a little bed for myself as well. Why? Because the survivor needs a bed. I usually put it like in this room somewhere like this. This one here, this little house here, it tends to be sort of my main house that I make use of.
Sturgis.
I like it. Having a place to sleep will improve everyone's spirits. What we need now is a reliable source of clean water.
I'm on it. Clean water coming up.
Great. Thanks again.
Now, normally at this point, I will go over to the river over here and set up some water purifiers. I don't have enough screws and gears and that kind of stuff right now to do that with, so I'm going to just set up some water pumps, just the little water pump things. Which I can only make one. Jeez. Later on in the game, I will be moving things around. Yeah, we're going to need more gears before we can complete this one. That sucksers. I wonder, can I break some of these things down into gears and screws yet. Let me see. No, I'm only going to get steel out of it. Crap. Well, that sucks. We're going to have to go out and do some adventuring, I guess, before we can complete that stuff. That's okay. That is okay. Oh, one other thing I was going to check on here while I was in Sanctuary is the settlements making the prefabs here. I'm just curious as to how much it's going to cost. Oh, for Sanctuary it's free, is it? Really? Oh. Well, okay. I didn't know that. I might have to tear down the houses. Tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and save the game here, and I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna set up the prefab system here before I end this evening. We'll set up the prefab and see how janky it looks with me having those sim houses there. So we're gonna load up the prefab. So what this does, basically, the game will through this automatic follower tactic mod, it's going to set up the walls around the town as well as some different areas like home areas and that kind of thing within the zone. So let me see here. The builds are free for Sanctuary Hills. However, you may only activate them once. Okay, so yeah, we'll do that. So it's going to go through and do this automated style for us. I'll just kind of come over here and stand in the corner while it does its thing. This will take a couple of minutes to do, so we'll just kind of wait for it to finish up. I don't remember what it looks like here in Sanctuary. It's been a while since I've done that one, so... I think it's working. I hope it's working. I don't know. Let me see. Let me go around here real quick. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's coming up with the message that it's doing it. Yeah, okay. And then once it's done, we'll walk around and take a look around and see what it did. It's on step 21 of 25 right now. So, I mean, it works, it works rather rapidly, for what it does, so. Okay, so we're officially at progress 0%. It's working. Oh, see it? Put a little chair there. Nope, that's a workbench. Sorry, weapon workbench. It moved it. It's saving, so give it a second here. Hopefully it's not crashing since it's trying to build during the save. There we go. Good. I always get a little concerned. Well, as you can see, the little flash area over there, it's doing something. I don't know exactly what it's doing, but it's doing something. Since Sanctuary is as big as it is, it takes it a little bit of time. Dog meat is currently breathing into my face, apparently. Hey, boy. What you doing? You like your little bandana there? You look cute with your bandana on. Yeah, you do. You look cute with your bandana on. Yes, you do. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. I do have a one of the mods. This AFT, the Advanced Follower Tactics mod. One of the nice things with it is that you can also have multiple companions with you at any given time. I think if I remember right, you can have up to 5 of your companions with you at any time, and that includes dog meat. So you can have dog meat, you can have Piper, you can have Ada if you have the automaton. DLC, on and on and on. You can have just, up to 5 people following you at any given time, which is pretty cool. It's very handy. I like having the mod with, having kind of my group following me. 'Cause, everybody sort of has different things that they say at different points in the game when you're doing different quests and that kind of thing. So it's kind of nice to be able to hear everybody's thoughts on the different things that you run across. Hello, June. Sorry, guys. I know this is kind of a little bit of a boring part with us just sitting around waiting for it to get its stuff completed, but you can see right here, it is building the walls right now around the town. It built a couple of guard posts there, and yeah, even some defensive turrets for us. So this was placed by the mod. Pretty cool. Set up a little planter areas too. Yeah, that's cool. That is cool. All right, well, we'll wait for it to get completed here. It's at 44% done right now. It put a little palm tree or something there, didn't it? Yeah. Funny. Oh, it made a nice little couch for us to sit on. Yeah, we'll go ahead and take a seat and just wait for this to get done. June, how you doing? You doing all right? You're looking a little orange there. You doing all right there, buddy?
Hey.
Hey, do you have a moment? I wanted to thank you for helping us out in Concord. If only we'd run into you sooner.
What happened to you guys?
Long story short, we've been on the move since the attack on Quincy. There used to be more of us. My son, he's gone.
Your son. What was his name?
Kyle. My son's name was Kyle.
That's awful. No parent should have to lose their child.
No. No, they shouldn't. I just keep thinking, maybe I could have done more. Anyway, thanks again.
So it's progressing further now. Got some little modern art pieces up here on the wall now, apparently. And another nice little couch. It's a modern domestic couch, in fact. Doesn't look very modern. It looks more 70s. I know. I had a couch like this. Looked to be about the same condition, too. Hi there, Elijah. Welcome to the show. Yes, you can mod dog meat. It kind of depends on what you want to do with him. That advanced follower tactics mod that I have, it lets you actually here. I can show you here real quick. It actually lets you modify every single thing about that particular companion that you aim at. So you can even change the appearance of him if you wanted to into something else, like changing his scale into a really huge 200% of his normal size. Yeah. So you can actually change everything about him, his specials, the way that he acts, how often they speak, how they deal in combat, you know, what specific way they act in combat, and all of that stuff. It's all modifiable. Okay, so it looks like everything was pretty much completed. It's powering up the settlement right now. Now we have the provide clean water for Sturgis actually completed at this point, because it added some water supply to us and that kind of thing here. So yeah, as you can see right now, I mean, this really did a lot of changes here in town. It put you put up this windmill up here on top of the house. A couple of nice little palm trees everywhere. Some other windmills around. Actually, yeah, it looks like it's on every house. Yep. So there we go. Settlements Concord has been completed. So there's now plenty of power. It even added a basketball court here. That's kind of funny. So yeah, as you can see, now it has a massive amount of defense because it laid down a huge amount of turrets around the town. It did set up a lot of power as well. It's showing food 0 right now because nobody is actually assigned to work food at the moment, but we'll take care of that here in a little bit. It added 34 beds. Yeah, quite a bit of stuff it added in here, so we can go ahead and see if we can find Sturgis and talk to him here real quick. There's a gate, yeah. And yeah, there
Sturgis.
I feel better already, knowing we have a reliable supply of clean water. I hope you don't mind me asking for some more help, but our food supplies are running low. If we're gonna settle here, we'll need to get some crops established.
I'll start planting right away.
Good deal.
Which the planting has already been done, thanks to this mod. We can go ahead and assign Sturgis to start working on some food here. Maybe, if you get to it. Come on, Sturgis. Get assigned. Are you gonna work it, you dork, or what? I don't know. Maybe he doesn't like working food. I don't remember. I know Mama Murphy does. June does. Let's get him going in it. There we go. That should do it. Yeah, there we go.
Sturgis.
Now, this place is starting to feel like home. Now that we can grow our own food, I think we can really make a go with this. Trouble is, the more we establish ourselves here, the more of a target we become. What we need is to get some defenses set up. Then maybe Preston will be able to relax a little bit.
Already done.
I'm on it.
Ah, thanks. It'll make everyone feel more secure here.
Sturgis.
Thanks for doing that. We'll all sleep better at night knowing we have some defenses set up. It's been a long road. But yeah, I think this is it. Home. Feels good.
I was glad to help.
Well, I appreciate it. Of course, you know you're welcome anytime. My door's always open to you. Windows, too. Some of the walls actually come to think of it. I guess I better get back to it. Take care now.
I guess so, Sturgis. So we can take a look around here real quick and see what got laid out. So it left the homes that we had set up with the sim settlements, and it left us quite a bit of room that we could set up other stuff with the sim settlements here in a little bit as well. There's a little bloat fly there. But as you can see, it set up a nice wall, a nice perimeter wall around the whole place. And it's got defensive turrets everywhere, just the standard machine gun turrets. But we're defensible all the way around. It's a nice set of places here that it got set up. It's very cool. It's very cool. So I definitely recommend that mod. You know, it's a very handy mod, especially if you deal with a lot of companions and your settlements a lot. Between that one and the sim settlements, it's really it makes it a lot of fun. You know, it's a very cool way that they've got things kind of worked out together. We've got a nice little gate here that we can nice junk gate that we can use. Very defensive around it as well, even way up top there. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It did quite a bit. Quite a bit. Nice high-tech television in here too. That's funny. You know what? I forgot. There's this little terminal here. We can get a little bit of XP. He did.
That's it.
Yeah, there we go. Cool. That works. A little bit of bonus XP there. So as you can see it laid down beds everywhere. Some crafting places here and there. I'll probably shift and move those kind of things around just for handiness sake later on. It also added lights to the streets and everything here too. So rather nice. Rather nice. I can deal. Put a chemistry station there too. Okay, cool. I will make use of that later. Alrighty. Well, I think at this point in time, we're going to be going on ahead and signing off for the evening here. we've been at things for a couple of hours, so I think this will be a really good stopping point before we get started on the next step of the main quest. So we'll go ahead and save the game here real quick. I know it's saved it here and there, but yeah, I think this has been a really good time, a really good episode. We've gotten quite a bit of stuff done here. Hey there, Ganja. Welcome to the show. Well, we're just finishing things up, unfortunately. We've been at it for a couple of hours here, so we'll go ahead and sign ourselves off for the evening. But in the meantime, don't forget that we do go live on Thursdays and Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with our shows Brothers in Arms and Open Eyes. Make sure you guys tune on in for that. If you hit the subscribe button and hit that little bell icon, you'll get notified of when we go live with another show. I might be playing Fallout 4 tomorrow. I'm not sure quite yet. Maybe. It kind of depends on the situation at hand. I may do the My Lovely Daughter game that just came out here yesterday. It's an interesting game. I haven't messed around with it too much yet, but I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what you guys think of that one as well. But anyways, if you guys want to check out any of my books, don't forget that my books are over at my website, originalworlds.com. I'd love for you guys to check those out. And yeah, it's been fun. And hopefully you guys enjoyed tonight as well. So until next time, keep safe out there. Have fun. Keep playing. And we'll talk to you again soon.